Yeah, so I guess my call story is that when I was in college, I heard a few talks online from Noam Chomsky where he described climate change in a way that I had honestly never heard anyone talk about it. He talked about it as an existential threat to the very fate of the human species and one that we were kind of hurtling towards the precipice. And that totally freaked me out. And that was kind of the first part of my call to action. I knew that something needed to be done. And given my skill set in computer science, which is what I studied in college, I wanted to make a difference on the climate issue at first by trying to create like digital tools for people to maybe improve their emissions or change their lifestyle or get information or something like that. But after a while, I felt like I wasn't honestly making any real changes. Instead, I just kind of ended up building sort of software that ended up exploiting people and the planet because it's all about making things more efficient, and it didn't really feel right. I felt ended up feeling really disillusioned with how I was trying to create change in the world with my skills. And I really started looking for alternatives. So I sort of began on this long journey where I looked for wisdom from notable philosophers like Simone de Beauvoir or Herbert Marcuse or Martin Heidegger, and really internalized the lessons that they talked about, that this is our one life, it's our time to make change, and that our relationships with the world have changed so much throughout history. And I simultaneously started getting organized with the Sunrise Movement and Massachusetts Peace Action, and really sort of internalized the notion that we can change things, but we have to do it together. And that was the second piece of my calling, because for the first time, I really felt like my life had a purpose that felt right. And I started to meet other people through organizing who also felt the same way. And the commitment that I've made since that towards addressing climate change, which I think to date is like the largest symptom of this weird relationship that we've developed between each other and the world, comes from just this like deep desire to make my life about empowering others to find that truth in the same way that I did, and to recognize that life is really a fragile balance that we are not above or exempt from, but society kind of gives us this weird, really pathological way of interacting with the world, but that we just don't have to do it. And part of that truth is that we have to fix it together, and then nobody can do it alone. So that's really what keeps me in the fight.